Live from the 409, Ashley Elam and Mike Canizales. 409 Sports Blitz on 12 News. Brought to you by Leak Sealers and 5 Point Credit Union.
Hello and welcome to another wild Friday night of the 409 Sports Blitz. You know, we're starting late, obviously.
Of course, the NBA
Very
Finals,
late.
go
and
figure.
you would think that means it's going to be a nice, slow, easy night.
But it's not. It's a little chilly out here, too, by the way.
First of all, it is cold. It's cold, Patrick Vaughn. It's downright cold for us. Derry, behind the camera.
Of course, he has a jacket.
He has a jacket on. Meanwhile, we're a little frigid over here.
Top-tier talent on the show, no jacket.
No
actually.
jacket. Thanks a lot.
Thanks.
That's the help that we get. But tonight, we had another wild finish, another wild game. And honestly, it ended about 20 minutes ago despite, what time is it right now? It's 11:01.
It's 11:01. So first off,
Wow.
Thank you for staying up late. But
Thank
you know
you.
what? We have to give it up to Beaumont United.
That's right.
I was a little surprised. I was a little
Hey, wait. Let's not give it away. We'll let them
we're
know why.
Why?
We give it to them.
That's right.
It's our game of the week, Beaumont United and PNG. And we're going to show you why we got to give it up to Beaumont United, because we had our doubts.
Yes, we do. We did.
And they came out, they had a rough scrimmage against Westbrook, and they established dominance right off the bat. We're going to pick things up here. Bradley Thomas, and there goes that man. He's in the end zone. Track speed there, leading across that finish line. Gotta love it. Coach Marcus Graham, the Beaumont Central grad, looking to get that win number 1 here in his hometown. Bradley Thomas again, another touchdown, and it's 14-0. Remember how PNG fell behind 20-0 last week? Oh, it's going to get worse. Thomas is in the end zone, and it's 20-0. They would actually lead 26-0, and here come the Indians at this point. Blake Boast going to find Grant Pearson, a big gain there. And there it is, a touchdown, I should say, right there to Grant Pearson. Indians in some good business, but that's a bad snap. Boast going, though, to Brady. Nailed it. He's going to nail his receiver, just throwing it up there. Great grab. We got ourselves a ball game. Trickeration now. Brooks Barnwell to Pearson, and he's going up and getting it. As Mike Canizales say, give me that loop.
Woo, I love it, Ashley.
There you go. Boast now going to call his own number, and he's got himself a touchdown. And folks, this game was getting really interesting in the second half. But Beaumont United, you knew they had something left in them, and here they come. Thomas to Chandler Rivers. He goes both ways, folks, on the field. Up in defense, he has 14 D1 offers. But this would be huge. Christian Sullivan with a big interception. Drive, stopped, Indians, ball. Boast over to Nell. 81 yards to the house. Indians, they take the lead at this point. They're going to go for 2. Why not? They've got all the momentum. But guess what? United. We'll just call him Sir. I can't even say his last name.
Hey,
Sir
I'm going to go tip.
Zolotov? I don't know. But, sir, you are a heck of a player, sir. 100 yards the other way. It's a pick 2. Not quite a pick 6. And we go to the final. This one was wild. PNG wins it 40-37. It looked like it was going to be a long night for the Indians, and they just wake up again.
You know, it's deja vu. They come back. But what's funny, though, actually, after they score, they start doing the tomahawk chop, right?
Okay, and I'm gonna clear this up right now.
We might as well.
Went to PNG. I've seen the tomahawk chop come out. It's bad luck.
You told us that. You told me that. You told me and James Grant that.
Every time it's bad luck and bad things happen. Sure enough, right after tomahawk chop, bad things happen.
Yep.
They got it together. But before we move on, because we got plenty of time to talk tonight.
Plenty of time.
We want to tip our hats to Beaumont United. Okay, it did not go their way tonight.
I underestimate. You know, I will gladly eat crow because, you know, they had the nice scrimmage against Channel
They
View.
did.
They come in Westbrook. They got blown out. It was just a scrimmage. You weren't quite sure. You know, I've seen a few of their practices.
Yes.
Talking to Coach Graham, you know, he'll be the first to admit, look, Mike, this is a very young team. They lost 33 seniors. Zamiah Vaughn, he's in Utah now. Bradley, heck of a job. Chandler Rivers, you know, we weren't quite sure with that defense because outside of Chandler Rivers and a couple other all-district standouts, there really wasn't much to it. But, man, I will tip my hat to
Tip my hat to Beaumont United. If they can learn how to finish, that team's got plenty of potential, and they can definitely do some things later in the year. So don't hang your heads, and tip of the hat to PNG for being down by, you know, over 20 points again to start the game, and they come back and win it 40-37. We'll have much more on this later on. It's what a wild finish, but we have more games to talk about tonight.
Yes, we do, because guess where I was at?
Where were you?
In the Dog Pound. Look,
Dog Pound?
After canceling the season opener.
It's windy out here, folks. That's those noises.
It's very windy out here. Houston Austin is out. Lufkin is in. Those cheerleaders are moving backwards.
You know who set up this game?
Yes. Pick things up in the first. Renee Cunningham. He's a keeper on the keeper. First and goal, Bulldogs. Nederland knock on the doorstep. And Jacorius Taylor, you just got mossed. That was Kendon Fusenleer on the touchdown reception. I was told that if I didn't get the name right, his mom will be calling me, and after that, she will be calling me. Next up is possession, though. And you know what? Zero problems. Big fella, Julian Diaz. Uses the hit stick effectively. Lufkin back in business. Out of the gun. Bryce Owens going deep to A.J. Montgomery. You think he's wide open, Ash? Yes, he is. Montgomery off to the races. Panthers up 10-7. But here come the Bulldogs. Cunningham under pressure. Does his best Romo impersonation, but he's not going to throw a pick, though, Ashley. He will find Carrington Broussard there for the first down. Couple of plays later. Mr. Cunningham, not related to Richie. Is gonna Luke Skywalk on them haters. Nederland takes the lead. They are up 14-10. Lufkin coming right back. You know, Ashley, the roster says this kid's name is Caleb Berry, but I'm pretty sure that is Derrick Henry in disguise.
This man is one of the top recruits in the nation, by the way.
That's 6 fantasy points if you're keeping score. Speaking of score, let's go to the big board.
Wow, great ball game by Nederland.
Look, it was back and forth, but, those Panthers, they take it 31-28, but I'll tip my hat to Nederland, too.
And, jokingly, I said, how this game happened? Because Houston Austin said that they were not going to travel. Nope. And I want to let you know what's going on behind the scenes this year, because with COVID and storms and the craziness, as soon as we find out Nederland doesn't have a game, Twitter, it's your friend. We go out there, we post it.
Hashtag
immediately,
Twitter.
Our boy Matt Stepp from Texas Football.
Shout out to Matt Stepp.
And Caleb Beams up at station in Lufkin. We all got together, started playing phone tag with Coach Quick, Coach Barrow. Bam, ball game. 30 minutes we made that happen.
And that is what, I aspire to not only be like Matt Stepp, but like you, sir. This is why you're a Mr. Southeast Texas, and
we were just happy to get Nederland in the ball game this week, and the Dogs, they showed that they can play with pretty much anybody, because if you push Lufkin that way, Nederland, you got yourself a heck of a football team.
They do, and you know what? But there are missing players, though.
Yeah.
Players are still in quarantine.
Right.
And I was a little shocked.
What a year, quarantine.
Speaking of quarantine. Anyway.
Yes. Speaking of good teams, how about Port Arthur Memorial?
Titan Tempo.
They took down P&G in overtime last week, taking on Barbers Hill. Barbers Hill was a top 10 team in the state. They were ranked number 9 last week, got upset by 1 against Katy Pato, but here come that Titan Tempo. Tyrants Augusta around the end. He's got himself a nice little pickup. More from P.A.T. Jamar Sanders to Adrian Hayward. Oh. And he is down inside the 25-yard line before he runs into a whole lot of birds, those Eagles there. More from Hayward. Is that Ironhead Hayward? Yes, flashback there inside the 5. They're knocking on the door, and it's Sanders for the touchdown. 7-0 Port Arthur Memorial. But here comes those wily Eagles from Barbers Hill. There goes Garrett Hagler. Nice pickup here. Hagler looking for some room. Does he got some? Yeah, he does. He's got himself a touchdown, and we are all squared up at 7 apiece. Port Arthur would stay calm, though. This is the difference between, I think, last year's team. This team showing some experience. Sanders to Elia Williams, and Sanders going to call his own number, and touchdown. Titans up 14-7, and they're going back home to the 409 with the win. 27-23, land of the trail, front and back, inside to side.
Party at Magana's.
Okay.
Hey, Gulfway Drive, PA. We can go all night with. By the way,
Boudin Hut. Is the Boudin Hut open?
Is Boudin Hut still open?
I don't know.
What about that little corn on the cob stand, right?
They've got some good stuff on Gulfway Drive. I'm not going to lie. Good people down there in PA.
You said good stuff at first. Wow, we were getting ready to digress there for a second.
Now, there was another big game going on with the ranked team, those Jasper Bulldogs.
I have them ranked probably number 2 in the 409, but look, undefeated. However, LCM, they're 0-2. Jasper
and you know what? I've got to correct this. I put them wrong. They're ranked number 4 now, not even number 5. They're number 4. That's my mistake.
It's okay, though, but you know what was a mistake, too, right there? Ashton Landry going deep to Brendan Pollock, but Andre Thomas says, give me that. Bulldogs driving. You may have heard of the name Carl Lindbergh, but let me introduce you to Andre Thomas. See you later. Touchdown, Bulldogs. Back come the Battling Bears. Landry rolling out. Connects with Bear fan favorite Carson Pete for the first down.
He is the hungriest of Bears.
He is the... Oh, you just popped me there. Same drive. Landry zigzagging like Tecmo Bowl, Bo Jackson. Finds some running room. He'll pick up another first. Landry, though, he's going to hit Pollock. Watch this, though. Watch this Zeke Elliott-like hurdle.
Whoop.
Whoop. There it is. Another first down for the Battling Bears. But, you know, it wouldn't be a proper Jasper highlight tonight without more from Andre Thomas. Another pick there. He's going to take it all the way down into Battling Bear territory. And you know what, Ashley? He might as well just finish off.
Do it.
Just start
Just
it there.
do it.
And would you look at this young man, dude? We got
some ballers here.
It's crazy. This team has Carl Lindbergh and Andre Thomas. Probably perhaps the best running back duo in the 409. 35-0. I mean, I'm not shocked by this whatsoever.
See, I figured out their number 4 right there later on. But yeah.
They could be number 1 on the field and number 1 on the hearts, too.
Well, I had to pop them with the Black Bear Diner joke.
Shout out to Black Bear Diner. That was
we try to eat somewhere near the stadium every time.
Very
this time
hearty.
it was Black Bear
we
Diner.
were very lethargic
and
afterwards.
we ordered something else for the hungriest of bears, and we said we were going to give LCM a shout out tonight. So there you go.
We were.
So
that fried chicken? No, we didn't have fried chicken.
Chicken fried steak.
Yeah, country fried steak. Yeah, it was good.
It was really good.
It was good. Matter of fact, I got some home for the wife too. So
yeah,
shout out.
Edwina, he's bringing dinner home once again. Gotta love
Might
it.
as well. I mean, I'm the only one cooking these days.
Okay, before you get yourself in the doghouse, it's time for us to hit the break. And as we do that, it's time to show off the Band of the Week, back-to-back Band of the Week champions, the Purple Pride of PNG. Hello and welcome back to 409 Sports Blitz.
That's what happens with this live TV.
If you would have just
and
saw
I'm writing the
how
script
scared Mike was when he just heard Q, he was looking.
Literally writing my script out here. I'm like, I thought I'd said 15 seconds left.
No.
The next
No,
thing
he just
I know,
grabbed his microphone and
Go!
jumped. Not only that, he's shivering, by the way.
Hey, dude, it's, you know, I've been in the Midwest
You lived in
for over
Cincinnati.
a decade, and I got to tell you, you know, big tech's behind us. By the way, James Grant, new hire for
You're
KBMT.
going to get to know a lot about
big
him.
tech's here in a couple of weeks. If that man is cold, come on now. We're freezing out here. I already got a text message from the wife saying how cold we look. So.
Yeah, that's sure. That's what happens. But you know who's ice cold?
Ooh, cold-blooded.
That West Orange Star defense,
Yes, they
only giving
are.
up 3.5 points per outing right now, and they were taking on Hardin-Jefferson. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so those Stangs busted out the special pink and blue uniforms. West Orange Stark with their cheerleaders all pinked out as well. Hawks with the ball, and here comes that defense I was telling you about. Nowhere to run to, nowhere to hide. Now some issues here. We got a bad snap, and another hit. Hits everywhere. 2 plays later, Elijah Gales has got himself a touchdown. No, he's got himself a fumble. The ball is loose.
Oh, come on,
and
Elijah.
HJ recovers in the end zone. That's a touchback. We are going the other way. Oh boy.
Slot team.
Tyler Fountain with the touchdown. Dakota McNair coming up with another score. It was a wild game.
Hardin-Jefferson going to make do the upset here?
Well, we got an onside kick attempt here. Off the fingertips though, and it goes out of bounds. That close. Here come the Mustangs starting to settle down. Elijah Gales, touchdown. It was 7-7 at halftime. They outscored them 40-0 in the second half. You know Cornell Thompson was lighting them boys up in that locker room.
The fact, hey, well, you know what, HJ, we've been handing out, you know, giving up to teams tonight. Hardin-Jefferson, 7. They held them to 7 points at halftime. But, dude, Pop Terrell out there, Thompson, Elijah Gales.
Woo!
Elijah Gales, he's one of the top backs. I mean, you know, you guys got like Carl Limbrick, Elijah Gales, Gatson out of Newton.
I just want to say also congratulations Cornell Thompson. They have a beautiful new strength and conditioning building there at West Orange Shark. Top notch, great turf, looks beautiful, great mural on the wall. Named after Cornell Thompson, who's been there since the beginning of time.
We need it.
He really has. Coach T's been there forever.
And he'll tell you that too.
Yes.
He will. We should go out there. We should get a little workout in there.
I like that his wife shares some pictures of him from the 80s every once in a while. I love those.
But you know what? Speaking of 80s, I think it was like 80s weeks at Bridge City from last I saw on their Twitter, though. But it was allergy season. Hamshire-Fann, Bridge City does find the Robitussin there for the recovery.
Does that mean a cough?
Yes, it was. And
my
there's
scripts
my man
are flying
Oscar.
away. If you could only see this.
Laces out 24/7 at Cardinals. But here come those Hamshire-Fann Longhorns, though.
Ham fan, horns up.
They're not going to go away very easily whatsoever. And that is Heckman here. That is one heck of a run.
That's a heck of a man.
40 yards out, and that was a face mask. Pretty sure that was a face mask there.
Can't do that. I think I saw a hanky fly in.
Same drive. Jordan Denson there takes it in, punches it there for the touchdown. It's 24-13 Bridge City. However, Alberto, his last name is Mungia. Mungia?
I like that.
We'll go Mungia,
Your last name's
though.
Canizales. I thought you would just roll
everybody
that off your
butchers it, but
tongue.
you know what? He makes a few players miss there. That's a 20-yard run. Bridge City, though, they're going to tack on another field goal. Man, looking like Greg the Leg Zerline there.
And look at this.
How about Bridge City? You know, I picked Hamshire-Fann.
I did too.
Megaphone Moms, Bridge City.
Not going to be happy with us.
They are not going to be happy with us. I'm probably going to see them tomorrow at the volleyball game. And I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a few words spoken.
You know what the
about
great
that.
thing is? We can have really great records. Right now, we're both nearly at 80% correct picks.
Yeah.
But you know, every time we have a wrong pick, we get tagged on social media.
And I'm going to talk about
we get people
a pick later.
Talking in our ears by the stands. We hear you.
Yes,
words
we do.
hurt. Remember that. Words hurt.
Coach Morgan came up to us last week.
Called us out on air. Our show.
Specifically, he crashes our show first off, right? We drew in big ratings for that night, I'm pretty sure.
Huge ratings.
And
Port Arthur loves us now.
And we love Port Arthur. We're both born in Port Arthur.
Hey, there's another score to tell you about. Silsbee pushed to the limit again. They won last week? They won 13-6, I believe it was, something like that against Orangefield. They go over to Liberty and they win 14-7, doubling up the Panthers. War Memorial Stadium, saying that 3 times fast, is a tough place to win. Silsbee leaves there with the win. That's all that matters. And you know they're playing next week.
Yeah.
West Orange
That's a
Stark.
great one there. And you know with Silsbee, I mean, whether it's an inch or a mile, a win is a win.
That's all that
Pretty
matters.
Sure Dominic Toretto said that.
Let's go out to Kountze, where the Lions were taking on the Hemphill Hornets, where my grandma was from, and also my mother-in-law.
Shout out to the family.
All them Hemphill Hornets everywhere. And there goes my script. I caught that mid-air. How about the running back duo that they have up there in the white? We are talking about Draylen Hall and Jamarius Hall. That's Draylen Hill, Jamarius Hall. Hill and Hall connection all night long.
Sounds like a law firm.
Hill Hall, Hill Hall. Here he goes, Hill into the end zone. Touchdown, Hornets. Sting them, buzz, buzz. And they are on top, taking the lead over Kountze. More from Hemphill. This time, the handoff, and there goes another big run by Hill. Man, that is a large man. I saw these guys scrimmage Vider, and Vider had a little trouble with them before pulling away there in their scrimmage. Quarterback in trouble here. No, he's not. He's going to keep it himself and pick up some big yardage for the Hornets. He's inside the 5-yard line. It's going to set up Hall for another touchdown. 34-0. Hemphill, they take down Kountze tonight. Great win. Actually, that score's reversed. Hemphill wins it 34-0.
Put it in reverse, Terry.
Put it in reverse. Hemphill actually wins that one 34-0. So Hornets, they grab themselves a win.
Nice victory there for the Hornets.
Gotta like that right there. So you know what? We also had a bonus game tonight.
We do have a bonus game. Shout out to
KX
there.
over in College Station. They hit us up and said, hey, would you like highlights of Newton? We said, of course.
I mean, look, we all know Newton was off to a rough start, 0-2, but they bounced back last week.
All that matters is district.
Cole Warner looking for Williams there. Instead, he'll find Nate Williams there for the pick. Next possession. Will Newton have an answer? Yes, they do. On this edition of Mama, there goes that man. DeAnthony Gatson takes it to the house.
That's a big
Newton,
man, too.
6-0. Eagles on. Shout out to the band right there.
Beautiful.
Eagles on the move again. Williams to Wash.
What a move!
Woo! That's another edition of Mama. There goes that man. Taking it all the way. They're going to blow the lead wide open there. 22-0. Newton. They're going to keep the foot on the accelerator there. This time, Williams to Wash again. Nice catch.
Wait a minute. Are they
going
Newton
0
Eagles passing the
to
ball?
100 real quick. Newton, they're going to take care of Anderson-Shiro 62-0.
Wow.
62.
So they won 72-7 in their district opener. Then they win game 2 of district, 62-0. You think they were angry?
They're
after
very angry after
those two losses.
Yeah, they got blown out the first 2 weeks.
Other score from that district, Warren.
You know, they got up to a hot start.
They lost by 1 to Anderson-Shiro last week. New Waverly takes them down tonight, 38-0. Still time for Warren to turn it around. They got off to a good start.
I love what they're doing over there.
They are. They're going in the right direction. Warren has been a program that has struggled forever. You know, and those kids were starting to believe in themselves. They just got to stay up. Stay up. It's a long district race, and they can't give up now at this point. You know, there was another big game being played tonight. Let's take you out to the highlights. Deweyville and Legacy Christian, and the Warriors here with the ball, trying to get something going. And, oh, it's a keeper. Going across the field. Nice pickup for LC. That was Grant Davis with the keeper. More from Grant Davis. This time he's going to find Kennedy Andrews. It's 1st and goal. That will set up Darian Wilson. Touchdown, LCA. Grant Davis and these boys can play. I think it has something to do with the new helmets, by the way.
I love those helmets.
The helmets look fantastic.
One of the best in the 409.
More from Grant Davis. This guy was scrambling all night against that Deweyville defense. Has himself another big run. Davis, after surviving running through the crowd, is rolling out, but he's picked off. That ball is going the other way. Some nice defense. River Berry. I love that name, by the way. River Berry. Deweyville now has got something going here. It looks like Noah Watson towards the goal line. They're knocking on the door. Then James Menard with the quarterback keeper here, calling his own number, folks. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown. Tight ball game at this point, but as we go to the final from 105, Deweyville takes it 50-6 over Legacy Christian. How about some other scores from around the 409 to tell you about? Plenty of district games. This is 10-3A Division I.
So I would have to say this, Buna Tarkina. So we see the Cougars win 38-31. I just got to say, I picked Buna.
Yep, you did.
And then you know who else I picked? I picked Woodville over Kirbyville. So I'm pretty sure, because did you pick Kirbyville as well?
I did, but I also picked Port Arthur tonight and also picked New Waverly over Warren.
I picked New Waverly over Warren.
Okay.
So that means
I think you might be tied.
I think it might be tied.
We're getting involved in our own stuff here.
Yes,
Sorry, folks. Other scores from 12-2A Division I. San Augustine takes care of West Hardin, 45-0. The Wolves, one of the best teams in the state.
Yep.
They're not ranked because of an upset loss. Also, Tenaha, another one of those top teams, take down Cody Days. Coleman Bulldogs, tough loss there for them, 41-0.
So this is crazy right here. So Tomball Memorial. So earlier in the day, I told you that Bryce Anderson, right, LSU commit, reached out to me and said, word on the street was that I picked against him.
And I picked Westbrook. I
and
think
his
you're
Westbrook
ahead of me
Bruins.
now.
I told him I would eat crow and let them know that, hey, if they were to win tonight, I might not ever pick them again against them this season. But you know what, Tomball, they took it to them. That was a high-scoring affair, 66-63 Memorial over Westbrook.
Now, Holdays Etta was supposed to play Kip Houston. That game was canceled. They ended up playing Fort Bend Baptist last week. So Holdays Etta ended up enjoying a bye week this week. So Bobcats rolling in a district play, looking good after that one was canceled. Tough day up in Tyler. You make the long road trip up there to take on Grace Community. 55-15 to Kelly Bulldogs fall. And yes.
Am I reading that? No disrespect?
Coach, no. Coach Woodard gave me a hard time because I've been picking Chester all year and they've had a rough year. And today I was like, I can't do it. You know, I'm friends with Coach Woodard. I can't pick Chester again. So, of course, because that's what he does to me. He gives me a hard time. His Chester Yellow Jackets put it on Mount Carmel.
I think I picked Chester like twice, 2 or 3 times last year maybe, and guess what? They failed me each and every single time. So I said I would never pick Chester again, and I have not picked Chester, and of course, this is the night.
Congratulations once again.
Yeah,
we love it when our teams prove us wrong because
we do.
We want our teams to win all the time. And Coach Woodard got a laugh out of it because I picked Mount Carmel finally after picking Chester over and over. So my life continues to be a little more miserable. But overall,
it's a great life, though.
It's a great life.
Great time. We're living our best life.
It's living our best life.
Ooh.
Anyway, so we can't sing.
Yes, we can. I won a medal. Port Neches Middle School. You know this.
Oh, yeah, he was in choir.
I was. Show choir.
All right, well, they're telling us it's time to take another timeout here on the Blitz. We're going to recap our game of the week, and it was a wild one. Next on the 409 Sports Blitz. And welcome back to another crazy night of the 409 Sports Blitz where we're trying to stay warm. The first time a cold front moves to Southeast Texas, it hit you. A man over here shaking. Your microphone is shaking in your hand.
Dude, it's crazy, man. I basically lived in Cincinnati for more than a decade. I was in snow. I was in below -10 wind degree, and here I am freezing out here.
It's like 63 degrees.
I know. I need a jacket. Dairy.
It's cold. Anyways. Tonight's game, another classic finish. I got to say, the fans have done a great job picking our 409 Sports Blitz game of the week. Every one of them come down to the wire. It's Beaumont United and PNG, and there's that soul of the South. They were rocking all night long, and so was that United offense here in the first half. That's Bradley Thomas. Have yourself a game, son. Splitting the defenders, finding the end zone. Touchdown, T-Wolves, 7-0. Coach Marcus Graham back at his stomping grounds. BMT, Big Money, Texas. Bradley Thomas in the end zone again. Another touchdown, and it's 14-0 in a flash. Deja vu all over again for that PNG defense. Thomas keeping it himself. Beaumont United led 26-0. Remember, PNG fell behind 20-0 last week to Port Arthur before forcing overtime. Now pick things up here. Boast finds Brady Nail. That would lead to this. Blake, Boast, Grant Pearson. Nice hands there. You're starting to see a little connection there between Pearson and Nail with Boast. Bad snap, trouble, right? Wrong. Brady Nail on the other end. Nailing his man downfield. 50-50 ball, coming down with it. First down. Now some trickeration. Brooks Barnwell finding Pearson going up, bringing it down. Big grab there. That's going to set up Boast for the touchdown. We have ourselves a ball game. United, though, they would start to settle down a little bit, and then it became a shootout. Thomas going over the top to Chandler Rivers, one of the best defensive backs in the country, showing he can do it on the offensive end as well. This guy has 14 D1 offers in the last counts. But later, Thomas in some trouble here, going to get picked off by Christian Sullivan. Huge interception there for PNG. And this huge play here. Boast to Nail. That is an 81-yard touchdown. Reservation for 6. Use social distancing.
And that was a nail in the coffin, would you say?
You would think, except for right here. Going for 2. And it was going the other way. It's not a pick 6. It's a pick 2. It's going the other way. Great job there by Sir number 3, because I don't want to butcher your last name. Back and forth they went. We finally had to start editing the show, so we couldn't get the latest highlights, but it was to go to the final. PNG was able to win this one 40-37.
You know, and the Timberwolves, and here's the thing, last season I felt that when Beaumont United got punched in the mouth, it was just done.
Yeah.
You know, I felt that after last year when they got beat by Westbrook, that was it. This year, totally different team. Marcus Graham.
Yeah.
I mean, he right out the gate, his team showed a lot of poise for, up and down, up and down, up and down, but tonight is all about PNG.
Yeah.
Blake Boast proved once again why he is one of the best quarterbacks in Southeast Texas.
Unfortunately, we don't have a Coach Fairclough to talk to. They have to hit the road.
Yep.
It's now 11:30 at nighttime, so these kids got to get home. But they got to figure things out in the first quarter. They fell behind 20-0 last week. Fell behind 26-0 this week before they got going. But the good thing about it is that shows that team has 0 quits.
Yeah, and that was like you just said, talked about the first quarter. I know Fairclough, he came over to us right before the show started, and he said, I'm not going to say
exactly
what exactly he said.
It wasn't bad. He just basically said these kids don't realize they're not supposed to come back.
Yep.
They don't have that in them, so it was unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Right now, though, it is time for the hit of the week, we're being told.
And this is always a fun portion of our show.
And let's see, what is our hit of the week? And it comes from the Deweyville and Legacy game. It wasn't a big hit, more of a sling, but we'll take it. That is your 409 Sports Blitz hit of the week.
Almost a German suplex.
shout out to those Nederland Bulldogs pushing
Yes.
Lufkin to the limit. Great game there. That was really made at the beginning of the week. Short turnaround, but the Dogs, they pushed Lufkin to the limit, and that says a lot about that Big Ned team right there.
No, it says a lot about that. You know, whenever you have a guy, you're going up against a guy like Caleb Berry, who looks
Yeah.
like Derrick Henry.
Yeah.
You have a lot to be proud of tonight. Plus, you know, there's a lot of guys that were still in quarantine.
Yep.
But they're going to look good. They're going to be good this season.
It's time now to take a look at our social media posts from around the 409. We ask you to use the hashtag 409Sports. And, you know, Mike Canizales, I think he was at the game tonight, actually right next to me. How about this?
Eugene.
3 games in the 2020 Mustang football season, and they have outscored opponents 154-14. I think that's
Pretty
good.
stout team. Hey, look at this guy. The future, one of the future stars of Hart Jefferson, my nephew, my godson, Cade Canizales. They came up with a big win against West Orange Stark, 20-0 last night.
Nice win there for HJ. Congratulations to Emily Threadgill on receiving the cheerleader of the week out there at East Chambers. Congratulations, Emily. That's great.
And a friend of the show, James Grant, a.k.a. Big Tex, our newest employee here at KPMT. The field goal is good. Laces out Ray Finkel, 29-21.
Hey, that guy's actually pretty good on camera. Hey, Indian Press, they gave us some love tonight.
They did give us
They said
a lot
we
of love.
here. They came up and
Great
took a
pick.
picture before it.
I'll
You
have
know,
to
our
save
alma
that.
mater. Very nice.
Vi Pewson, touchdown Wildcats
That's
there.
right. That is Tomball Memorial there against Westbrook tonight. Nice job there by the Wildcats, unfortunately beating Westbrook 66-63.
And it was a beautiful night at Dan Arhook's Sim. Look at Ben Parsons.
Ben is just so
It
artistic.
looked like he did that for the gram right there.
That
I
was
think.
definitely for
That
the
was for the
gram.
gram.
All day. There's another touchdown for the Bruins tonight, Vipe Southeast Texas. Yeah, look at Brooke putting up 63 points, but man, it's got to be heartbreaking to score 63 and
Not come away with the victory.
not get that win. You
They're
know,
going to be all
gotta
right,
figure that-
though.
Tomball Memorial has a stout offense, one of the top quarterbacks in the state, so knew it was going to be a shootout, but
Going toe-to-toe. It's Westbrook, one of the top teams once again in Southeast Texas, and Bryce Anderson at the helm. He's not going to even play in defense this year.
just remember,
Star quarterback.
Westbrook's got to deal with a district that has North Shore, Atascocita, Summer Creek,
The
Humble.
gauntlet. They are
I
gonna be
mean,
running
it's
the
going to be a
gauntlet.
tough one for them. Tonight, though, it's time for our play of the week, and it was a big one. You can already feel the momentum shifting, and then things really got wild at this point. It comes from our game of the week, and that is going to be Blake Boast to Brady Nail. 81 yards to the house. They were amped after that one. P&G rallies from 26 down to win 40-37. That is the play of the week. Hello and welcome back to the 409 Sports Blitz. This is where we like to take a look at next week's games. You're sniffling over there.
It's not the corona. I can tell you that much. It's not COVID. It's just
it's called
allergy
the cold
season.
front. He's got a case of the cold front right now.
Little chilly out here, and Oh, man. I'm ready to warm up. That's all I got to say. Might have to get some hot cocoa when we leave here.
63 degrees. You got to love Southeast Texas. So let's take a look at some of those big games coming up next week. You know, we have district already starting for Beaumont United. They are going to start off by traveling down I-10 to Baytown to take on those Sterling Rangers, while Port Arthur, they also head down I-10 and going to go over that Fred Hartman Bridge to take on the LaPorte Bulldogs.
And then we are going to go see maybe we're not going to see anybody else. There we go.
We are going to see some other people.
Stark, Silsbee, and you know, regular season the past couple years, West Orange Stark has taken out Silsbee, but Silsbee in the state playoffs, they've taken them out though.
Anahuac and East Chambers, you know, those right down the road from each other, got a little bad blood sometimes. So EC's been looking good this year.
Could be our game of the week too.
Could be a game of the week. They could go up there. Also, Holiday Zeta and Deweyville. I think we flip-flopped past some there. But Holiday Zeta and Deweyville, big game there. And
Burkeville, Sabine Pass.
Sabine Pass will be playing their first game of the year.
I was a little nervous for them. I wasn't quite sure they're even going to make this season,
okay,
but they did it.
To give you some background, when we went to go check on those Sharks at the beginning of the year.
The mosquitoes were terrible.
By the way, it was his first time dealing with Sabine Pass School, and lots of mosquitoes. I warned him. You know, pro tip, do not get out of the car until you have to.
Ever. It's bad.
So, but they only had eight kids at that time. And coach said, you know, we hope by district that we're going to have enough to play. And sure enough, they did. So Sabine Pass will field a team to start district against Burkeville. And that district's so tight there at the bottom of it, that could decide a playoff spot.
Very well could be. It's going to be one heck of a game between Burkeville and Sabine Pass.
It's going to be fun.
It should be
we
fun.
might even put that up for a vote for Game of the Week, just to throw a little small school.
Why not? Could you imagine us Game of the Week, Burkeville, Sabine Pass?
That would be in Sabine Pass, so we're going to need a lot of mosquito repellent.
Derry, that's
the 409 Blitz is brought to you by Off. Other games to tell you about next week. P&G, they return home to take on Tomball. This is a non-district game. And talk about a road trip for Nederland.
Oh, yeah, they're going to hit the road to take on Jacksonville.
The Jacksonville Indians, who play in the world-famous Tomato Bowl.
You know, I could use some tomato soup right now.
Tomato soup would be nice and warm. Also, that's where every McCown quarterback in the history of the NFL and college went, was Jacksonville High School. You know, it's so sad that I remember seeing Jacksonville play Nederland way back when in the 90s, and also P&G. They knocked us out my junior year.
I was going to say Sam Houston State.
Yes, 14-7 beat P&G.
Because Jacksonville, don't they use the exact same song that P&G uses?
They do. There's a little Cherokee sound over there.
And Warren, they do the same thing. Last one I was at Warren a couple weeks ago, I'm like, I was getting ready to break out the Indian Spirit Dance.
Well, you gotta watch that sometimes. You know, it starts taking you over. But overall, folks, I got to tell you, if you haven't made it out to a game yet this year, you want to do it because it's football weather now.
It is football weather.
And the crazy part about it is it's only week 2 for the large schools, which means we're going to be freezing by the time it's mid-season for the big schools.
I'm not looking for, I'm already freezing right now. I'm going to get a couple of undershirts, some jackets, maybe even a hoodie.
It's October.
I know.
The regular season goes to
December.
But
I'll take it, though. Maybe we'll get some snow. Maybe we'll get lucky and get some snow.
Maybe so. Snow game of the week. How great would that be? But you know what? It's time for the band of the week. And we already gave the Purple Pride band of P&G some love. So let's take a look at those Indianettes getting their performance on tonight for P&G.